Okay, Mario, I'm so excited about today's show. Guys, listen, welcome to Real Perspectives. Mario Brown and I have a fabulous show. My inbox has been going crazy since we put out that we were going to be talking about this topic today. So as you know, today, guys, we're going to be talking about deal makers or deal breakers. And with the deal maker and deal breaker, we are actually talking about whether or not you should share your passcodes with your significant other. So that's going to be rough, right?
It's going to be very rough. It's going to be rough.
That's going to be rough. So before we jump right in, right? Because I know we got to give our audience time to get popcorn or whatever it is that they got to do. Get some snacks so that they can tune in for what we know is going to be a really great time. So the question, my question for you, Mario, before we jump right in is, what have been some things that you've seen in your practice? So that way people won't be trying to be all in your business, right? Mm-hmm. In your practice, like has this been an issue? Let me just say that. Has this really even been an issue?
Serious issue. It is a major issue. When I say it's a major issue, it is a major issue that I've seen, and so heavy, like it's almost broken up like serious relationships, that were doing okay. But that has always been the problem, kind of sort of like, well, I have a problem with it, but I won't say anything yet. And then it somehow reaches this point where it boils over and one of the two parties feels as though I should have access to your phone, to your email, and you should openly give that to me. Why? Because we are in an exclusive relationship and we shouldn't have any secrets. And so what I've heard one of the two parties say is, well, I ain't got nothing to hide, but I just don't feel like you need to be all of my business like that. And so it becomes a sort of a contentious moment for them. So, yeah, that's very serious for married couples and dating couples. It's serious.
So do you think that there should be a difference between dating and couples and married couples when it comes to this?
Well, I'd rather not say. Okay.
Well, let me say this. Okay. I'm saying, well, let me back up and phrase it this way.
Okay.
Because I guess the real question that I want to ask is there a distinction? Is really what I'm saying when I say with regard to, is there a distinction between this issue as it relates to a married couple and this issue as it relates to, Joe Blow, Jack and Jill that's dating?
Yeah. Now, I do feel that married couples have a more solid argument. I think that they really have a more solid argument because they're married. Dating couples, not that I don't want anybody who's dating to feel like I'm minimizing your commitment or anything like that. But I do feel that sometimes, and I know marriages break up too, but I think that when you're randomly dating someone, or if you've been in a kind of fresh relationship and early on you start saying, I need access to go through your phone, I need your passcode and that sort of thing, I think that may become problematic. It's too early for that. And I don't know if that is going to cause a great amount of problems or whatever. I think that when you're married, though, I think that is a sign of trust. I think that it's a sign that I don't have anything to hide and I am being totally transparent with you. In the dating scene, I think that kind of gets iffy. Like I know now I've had someone that was in a relationship. It's only been about maybe 8 months, 9 months. And they feel that they are in that position now. They're at that threshold where this becomes almost a rite of passage. That now we should be able to see your email. We should be able to see your phone. You should be able to leave your phone and go to the bathroom without the passcode being on. And I should be able to pick that phone up at any given time or even answer it. And it is literally like World War III, 4, and 5, because the male feels that that's absolutely like outrageous. It doesn't make any sense. And she feels that all of this time, now we're sleeping together, we're doing everything together, we're going to vacation together, but I don't have access to your phone. What are you hiding? So I don't know. I think it's on a case by case basis. Like, people got to read. That's a conversation, though. I think that you really need to have, and maybe you need to update your privacy status.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how the comments roll through, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think that it's an individual thing, right? I mean, I guess, I have, I'm going to talk tonight a little bit. I know you'll probably be asking me some legal questions, because that was a lot of the things that I was getting in my inbox, but I'm going to say this from a woman's perspective, a single woman's perspective, meaning me, right? I ain't speaking for all single women, because I know all single women don't think like what I'm about to say. Here's my thought on that across the board. I don't care about having your passwords, your passcodes. Even if I have it, I'm probably not going to look through your phone. I don't have time for that, right? I'm not going looking for any problems. I'm not going looking for any issues. There's nothing for me to really see, right? And I just really feel like that. Like, there's nothing for me to really see. So in my relationships, it's never been a problem, because it's not a discussion from my perspective. Like, I've never said, hey, let me get the code to your, iPad just for the purposes of, because I just need the code. Right now, if you ask me about something, or if you need me to do something, I'm going to your iPad. I mean, if it's locked, I need the code, not to commit to memory, or anything like that. So for me, this is really a non-issue. Now, let me say, I've been in a situation where somebody asked for mine. I'm the type. Now, guys, understand, just in case you want to date me. No, but seriously, if you ask, like, whatever you ask of me, you better just go ahead and be willing to give, right? So if you tell me, hey, LaTanya, I would like your passcodes, to your phone or your iPad. Now, I draw the line at email. Well, let me say this. I have a business email address that you just ain't gonna get access to, right? Because of the things that I deal with. It ain't your business, and I can't share that information. So I will draw the line there. And you can get in any other email, but if you ask, I need you to turn over yours. Like, you need to be coming with all of your login info on a note card, right? Saying, hey, babe, here you go, because I want yours. Don't ask me for mine unless you already then wrote yours down. I mean, am I wrong?
No. Because I think what you're saying is that there must be a level of equality. Is that what you're saying?
No, it ain't even about equality. You see, to me, it's not equality, because here's the thing. I don't want yours. What I'm saying is, don't ask me to do nothing you ain't willing to do. Okay,
I got you. Well, here's the interesting thing. When I started researching this, I found out that in one study, 39% of women felt that they had a right and wanted to see their companion's phone. 56% of men demanded it. And
Did you say 56?
56%, man. 56%. And 6. Yeah. So, but I begin to understand it, because I think that the study goes on to say that it was not that initially there was a suspicion of cheating, but because that is prevalent in relationships, they felt that was necessary to secure a level of trust. Now, that makes sense. I mean, because that's the truth. But I don't know if that guarantees anything, because people got burner phones. People got other cell phones. People have other ways of communicating. People are communicating on apps that are disguised on phones. So that really doesn't guarantee that this is an act of I trust you necessarily. But I do understand the premise of what people are trying to get to. But I personally thought that a woman would be more suspicious of men, because basically, traditionally, we believe that men are the cheaters. But the truth of the matter is that there are a lot of women that are living dirty. that cheat just as often as men. So now men have caught on to say, yo, I may be thinking that I'm putting it down, but she's cheating. So I think that now
he might be putting it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I know that's a different show. He might be putting it down, and that may have nothing to do with the fact that she cheated, right? Because there may be some other things, but to your point though, and I think for me, like I said, and I'm speaking individually myself, right? My perspective. I'm not speaking for all single women, but this is what I will say. If I need to do all that, like, trust is earned. I either trust you or I don't. And the trust is not based on you giving me access to this or you giving me access to that. Now, of course, again, people hit you up in the inbox, in the DM, whatever. And if somebody hit me up in the DM like, yo, I got the receipts on your man, right? Then they got the receipts, right? It just is what it is. But what I'm saying is that's not going to prompt me to want your phone, want your password, because I'm going to show you like, yo, so-and-so says she got the receipts on you. I mean, it say your name right there. Like, at the end of the day, we're going to have a conversation about the receipts that I received. But whether I would have your access or not, like you said, you'll find a workaround. And I think it works the same way. I was looking at some of the comments, and so
yeah, me too. I was about to go into those too.
I'm like, okay, so go ahead, because I feel like I've been talking a lot.
But no, you haven't. But we need to really get to that. But Albert says that there needs to be some privacy agreements. And so I kind of understand that a little bit. I'd like to dig more into that, but I do understand that that's a conversation you got to have. Privacy is really big because, this old saying says, well, if you go snooping, you're going to find something. That's not to say that that's right or wrong, but I'm simply saying that's a conversation I believe couples need to have. How do you feel about privacy? Because particularly in the day of porn revenge, and everybody's, making porn videos at home with, with their significant other, and they're recording, and they're, it's on your phone or what have you, which really leads me to a question I'm going to ask you. But I do think that it's important to have that conversation. I don't know how much that agreement would come together, but I do think that people need to do that, because now we have folk that are hacking accounts, which I want to ask you about. Let's just say, let me present this to you as an attorney. When a person hacks another person's account, their email, their phone, and they begin to transfer information from that device to their device or send it out, are there legal ramifications? And the reason I'm asking is because I think that some people may be committing crimes.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, a lot of that, of course, is different from state to state. You got to think, you go in the phone, but sometimes people keep the information to themselves. So, you may not know, right? You may not ever know. A lot of it comes down, or the degree of culpability, for lack of a better word, really may depend on what you do with the information. Like you were talking about, okay, now we split up, I'm releasing the sex tape, right? Now, you may have some problems with that, right? Because you put pornography out, even though it's supposed to be a private thing, between the two of you, and you're in there too. It doesn't mean that other person consented to you putting that out. So there are some implications to that. The other thing too, like I said, depends on what you do. I mean, It's people that have gotten into people's phones, go into their banking information, transferring funds, or just going through figuring out, so you done been at, what I'm saying, the Crown Plaza when you was in, what you doing there kind of thing. Right. Out of town, so there's all different. And of course, we're talking about the negative side of the passcodes and all of this type of stuff and the issues that people talk about. There are some positive sides, which I know that we'll get to later. There are some positive reasons we want to share that information. But I think like it's human nature to go to the negative things, right? Well, why you want that?
Right.
Well, snooping. But my thing is, I would say if a man asked me for my passcodes, I would see, and I'm just talking about the dating situation, I would just feel like, he's insecure. I think it's intrusive. It's kind of insulting.